That was a cool shot. That is too. That was a really cool shot. I like that. Well, good evening, people of the internet. Today it is Tuesday Tales. Yes, finally, on Tuesday. Although it's going to come out pretty late because I've been working on it all fucking day. Well, today is another, honestly, fairly goofy episode. But I like the concepts in it, and it has a really decent twist that I enjoyed. Obviously, spoilers, this came out like 30 fucking years ago, so yeah, just prep yourself for that. But other than that, I don't know what else. I like this one, enjoy it. I'll see you at the end. Actually, alright, it is time for The Secret.
The boy of the twist. What? So where's the twist? And I had such great expectations. Ah, now here is a story you can sink your teeth into. A toothsome tale of Tommy Rot, guaranteed to scare the dickens out of you. Lean in, Fright fans. I'm going to let you in on The Secret.
The last two of these I do not remember at all. I don't think I remember this one either, so... Gaines Orphanage. Interesting.
Did you hear something? Now, the most important thing you have to remember, some of them have to be watched every single minute. At this point.
Aha, okay. Man after my own heart. Clean that fucker off.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
You've got a lot to learn about discipline, Helen. It's our duty to protect these little ragamuffins from becoming juvenile delinquents.
Yes, ma'am.
There's one more thing. We've got to do something about Theodore. He's well past the desirable age for placement. Most adoptive parents are looking for some cute little toddler.
What happened to his real parents?
You must never, ever mention his real parents. Do I make myself clear? Or his behavior problems?
Yes, ma'am.
Theodore, out here. What were you doing here? You were spying, weren't you?
No, Miss Hag said I was hungry.
You little rat. Stealing food, while the other children sleep?
I'm bigger than the other kids.
Oh, and that gives you the right to sneak around in the middle of the night, does it?
No, he
Does
has the
it?
right to fucking eat.
Take him back upstairs.
I have a few words.
Make sure.
The Geneva Convention.
leave his-
So, reading the Geneva Convention, ration, quantity, and quality. Prisoners of war must receive a daily food ration that are sufficient in quantity and quality to maintain good health and prevent weight loss or nutritional deficiency. The ratios should also take into account the prisoners' habitual diets. And ration equality. All prisoners of war must have equal access to their daily food rations. There should be no adverse distinction on how food is distributed. Interesting.
His room again.
Yes, ma'am.
You, Miss Hagstead, were telling secrets about me, weren't you?
What Miss Hagstead and I discuss at night is very private.
Miss Heather, do you have to lock me in my room?
I don't make the rules, Theo. Just try and get a good night's sleep. There'll be oatmeal and warm biscuits for breakfast.
And what's for lunch?
Well, we'll have vegetable soup and crackers and lemonade and... Miss Hagstead!
Being an orphan
Theodore's gone.
really must be terrible.
And his window was open and he was gone.
Oh, it's all right. He'll be back. He has these little temper tantrums every once in a while and runs off for a few hours. He's incorrigible. Got to try to get rid of him. Well, Morning, Theodore. Climbing out the window and sliding down the drain pipe in a storm is dirty work, isn't it? I want you to get out of those clothes and help Joey in the kitchen. Now! It's getting worse.
What's the
Well,
difference between...
let's be honest here, Mrs. Orphanage leader woman.
Kids don't eat
The stricter you're gonna be, the worse she's gonna get.
Don't tell that to Miss Haggs.
Obviously, they didn't really know that back then. Back then, even in the 90s, we were just kind of starting to come out of it. But it was, the harder I beat the child, the more it will listen to me. Whether that be mental, oh my God, I cannot talk. Whether that be mental or physical. But, yeah, it's definitely proven that that is not the case. But you can't go the other way either. There's two extremes here. And if I teach anyone one thing in this life, is that no matter what, the extremes are usually bad. Because obviously the other side of beating the shit out of them is neglect, which has its own issues. But that's enough of that.
I have some exciting news. Joey, why don't you run off and play?
Play, play, play. I never get to stick around for the good stuff.
Theo, there's some special people coming here tonight who are very interested in meeting you. Now, it's important that we make a good impression. You do understand what this could mean, don't you? Cheer up, buckaroo. It's okay.
Miss Heather!
Yes, ma'am. Coming.
You are perfect. Isn't he perfect?
I recognize her.
He's perfect.
We'll
He's
take him.
perfect.
All the rest of you are excused.
What if I don't want to go?
Theodore.
Oh, I understand. This is your home, Theodore. But wouldn't you like to come and live with us in the lap of luxury? Imagine having your own bathroom with towels that have your initials on them.
But could I take Joey?
Theodore. Maybe we should just discuss this over a cup of tea. Theodore, you want to come and help me in the kitchen? Excuse us. Now listen to me, you pesky little Sputnik. If these people want you, you're going.
Where are my real parents, Miss Hagstead?
Dead.
Real parents. Oh, Theodore. Theodore, they were killed when you were just a little baby.
How did they die?
Well, the details aren't important. Theodore.
Now, there's a couple shots in this episode that I really love. The shaking is one of them in the scene where she's talking. I really like that. First person is not really done a whole lot of times, and usually it's done pretty terribly. And it's only done this one instance in this episode, but I like it because you feel kind of like the child in that situation, and obviously you're rooting for what he wants. So I just think it was a nice touch. And there's another shot coming up that I really like as well. So
I'm going to provide you with a lovely home. Good, sweet things to eat. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Home at last. Oh, it won't be long before you'll forget all about that nasty old orphanage, Theodore.
I have some questions that need to be begged. 1. Why is the death so hush-hush? 2. Why did they die? 3. Are orphans normally not told, or at least kept from the truth of their parents passing? Maybe? 4. Why does this family want him? I mean, he is older, which they even said in the story is less desirable. And they're also just very creepy about everything that's happening, which leads me into my 5th question. Why is everyone so fucking creepy?
Won't it be wonderful having him?
Wonderful. Having him.
Wow. It's like a museum.
Is that Egyptian hieroglyphs? It's a roti.
Dimitu, hush. You must never touch anything, Theodore. Some of these objects are extremely old.
That's cool. I actually really like model trains. I'm not like super into them. Just because, a lot of money, a lot of work. But I would love to have a model train that runs through the house and like along the walls and shit. That would be so fucking cool. Notice the stark similarities of his happenstance. Both situation, he's locked away like a prisoner of war. Now, the difference is he gets to eat pretty much whatever he wants. Although, it's not necessarily what he wants, right? They're just feeding him like a fuck ton of cake until he has diabetes or something. I'm not really sure exactly what the goal is there. And also, trains are cool. Yeah, I like trains. I like trains. That's an old meme. And I would love it having like go through the house. But it wouldn't just be like a track and going through the wall. It would be like, obviously it's on a track because it's a train. But but there'd be like, a mountainside it'd be going along. And then, maybe like a little town over in the corner that it goes through. And then you can like, if someone wants some food from the kitchen and someone's in the kitchen, they can like, they can put the sandwich in the train and send it to that station. I don't know, something like that would be just so cool.
You've been so patient. We've waited so long.
Mrs. Colbert, why have you locked the door? Mr. Colbert? Mr.
He's
Colbert?
walking with a cane like Andre Lenage. Go in, Sid. Come on.
What did Miss Hagstead tell them?
Can I help you?
Born in lust, turned to dust.
I beg your pardon?
Born in sin. Come on in.
I don't think it's what they. I don't think it's what she
Breakfast,
told
young
them.
sir.
I think they want something from
I'll
you.
be serving all your meals while the Colberts are away at work. If there's anything I can get for you, please let me know. My name is Tobias.
Thank you, Tobias. May I have a glass of milk?
How about a milkshake?
I think I'm gonna like it here.
One milkshake coming right up. And if there's anything else you desire, please don't hesitate to call.
Why are there bars outside the windows?
There are bars outside all the windows in this house. For security. The Colberts collect antiques.
Are they? Yeah, they're fattening him up, right? They're gonna fucking eat him? Jesus. Are they vampires? Are they just? Oh my god! Yeah, they're totally fattening his ass up. Although, like, how is he really even properly alive right now? Because he needs some nutrients besides just fucking cake.
Oh, what a glorious night.
Glorious.
Mrs. Colbert, why do I have to stay in my room all day? While you and Mr. Colbert are at work?
You are the most precious thing we have, Theodore. We don't want to risk your getting lost in those woods. And Tobias is much too old to be chasing after you.
I've been thinking, maybe sometime, could we go out? You know, like to the movies or roller skating or a ball game, like a real family.
Quite a lovely idea, Theodore. Unfortunately, Mr. Colbert and I have to work tomorrow.
But we're in the midst of planning something very special for you, Theodore.
Very special.
Really? What?
Oh, it's a secret.
When?
You don't want us to spoil the secret, do you?
I hate secrets.
I feel like
Lunchtime.
Vincent Price would have made the perfect father in this
We have
episode.
strawberry shortcake and a chocolate sundae
And
with
perhaps
extra
even a
syrup.
few murders. You're all
Here we are.
invited.
We never got food like this at the orphanage. Tobias,
Forge.
do you think you can come back and visit before supper?
I suppose I could come back and we could play a little cards or something.
It's our duty to protect these little ragamuffins from becoming juvenile delinquents.
Yes, ma'am.
It's our duty. Miss Heather, is that kitchen cleaned up yet?
Something wrong, Theo?
No, I just don't feel like playing anymore. Where are the Colberts?
Well, they're indisposed.
That scene right there had a very interesting feel to it. Or it was fairly heartwarming, but also had this kind of sadness to it. It also kind of felt like a Christmas movie for some reason. It'll feel like that just a little bit more, continuing after this segment where I'm talking. But it's interesting how it switches. This movie definitely switches 4 complete times, which is kind of interesting. I like the way that they did that. You'll notice the switches when they happen, too.
Hey, birthday party for you.
A birthday party for you. Happy birthday, Theodore.
Okay.
Blow out your candles.
Oh, good.
But it's not my birthday.
Well, of course it isn't, dear. Then it wouldn't be a surprise.
It looks really good, but I'm really not hungry. I had a couple of boxes of Cracker Jacks about an hour ago.
We'll save it for later, then. Well, you boys enjoy yourselves. Your father and I are going out to paint the town red. Open your presents, Theodore.
Good night, son.
Yeah, if that was Vincent Price, oh my god, he would have done so well in that role.
How long have you worked for the Colberts?
For a long time.
500 years.
When you were a kid, did your mom and dad work every day, like the Colberts do?
I never knew my mother and father.
You too?
Yes. I was an orphan like yourself.
Were you ever adopted?
No.
I really like Tobias. I think he is an interesting character in this episode. There's a lot about Tobias that I wish we could learn. How he got into this situation and why he chose to do what he's going to do, and then you'll see. I think that's always a good sign of a movie, a show, or whatever you're watching, is when you're interested in the characters and you want to know more about their past. I think that's a good sign. Good sign on the writing, good sign on the directing.
There was a Tobias at the orphanage, but we called him Toby. Does anybody call you Toby?
No. You may, if you insist.
I'm glad you're here, Toby.
Tobias!
Time for bed.
Toby? Good night, Toby.
Good night, my boy.
Weaken when we return.
No, this was my idea. I'll call the shots. I'll decide when our little orphaned delicacy is ready for me.
Is ready for...
Shh. I can hear his little heart beating. Such a sweet boy. I don't think I can wait much longer. When we get home, we'll tell him our secret.
Are they vampires? Only seen them at like night.
Wake up, Theodore. We have to go. Hurry!
I feel well.
I have to get you out of here. It may already be too late.
Well, well. Hello, boys. Making off with the goods, are we, Tobias? But we haven't told him our secret yet.
I can't go through with it.
We made a deal, Tobias. You asked for immortality. Tonight we give it to you. Not bad compensation for a little babysitting job. Tobias, don't you want everlasting life?
Everlasting life? I can't imagine anything more tedious and boring.
You quit, I take it.
Please, let the boy go.
But his blood is so sweet now.
There's just a whole lot of going on. Oh no, the rot is chasing him. That was a cool shot. That is too. That was a really cool shot. I like that.
Good dog, Lelito.
If we weren't already dead, Theodore, you'd be the death of us.
I want to know so much more about who they are. You know, why was the butler going to change into a vampire? Did they just want a servant for the rest of their lives and they finally convinced him to become a vampire? What kind of powers do they have? Are they like really powerful vampires? Are they Yeah, they're fairly powerful vampires, but mostly they're just humans that need blood to live rather than normal sustenance. God, it's getting dark. But yeah, like I said, I want to know more about Tobias. Why was he going to become a vampire? And then, obviously, about these two. How did they become vampires? I don't think it's supposed to be Dracula. Maybe it's supposed to be Dracula. It doesn't come off like he's Dracula, but I don't know.
Oh. Now I know what happened to my parents.
I know why Miss Hagstead wanted to get rid of me. I have a secret too, Mrs. Colbert.
I'm sure you have, dear.
And mine is better than yours. I'm a werewolf. And I have an appetite for vampire.
I love it! Looks like Chucky running at him.
Who is it? Who's there? Shh. Wake up the whole damn lot of them.
Good evening, Miss Hagstead. Miss Heather. I'm home.
You're back.
I know my secret, Miss Hagstead. And I think some things are going to change around here.
Finally, the kid gets the upper hand. Or should I say, the upper paw. Just when Mom and Pop are about to satisfy their sweet tooth, Theodore decides to wolf down something besides sweets. Well, that's all for now, kiddies. As one cow said to the other as they headed off to slaughter, till next we meet.
Oh yeah, that was a nice another goofy one. But I liked the twist in that because I really wasn't expecting him to be a werewolf at all. I was not expecting that. I was expecting that they were going to be vampires. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was good. Well, thank you very much for watching my video all the way to the end. I'm having a lot of trouble talking today, so I'm not talking as much as normal. My tongue was doing fine, but then I talked too much when my friend came to visit, and now it really hurts. I bit my tongue like back up here, so it's rubbing against my teeth when I talk, so it kind of sucks. So I'm going to keep this short. I like this episode. I'm going to keep my volume down so I don't move my tongue too much. God damn it. Thank you very much for watching my video all the way to the end, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed this episode as well. The twist at the end, I really enjoyed because I actually did not see the werewolf part coming. By the way, I forgot to research it. If anyone knows why werewolves are always the enemy of vampires, I don't think I actually know. I mean, I watched Underworld, obviously, and, the Lycans and, all that shit, but I don't think I actually know the reason that they're sworn enemies. Or at least in actual lore and not, like, movies and whatnot. So, but other than that, I hope that you have a lovely day, night or evening, whatever time it happens to be, wherever you are. And I will see you next time.